Hello, my dear beloved friends. Good morning and good evening to one and all of you. And I greet you and welcome you to this online session where we have been dealing with various subjects so far. And I hope it was useful, it was fruitful to one and all of you. And any feedback, please let us know. We will try to improve on our audio quality or our content and whatever it takes. All right, I also strongly believe and hope that you are staying safe through these online sessions where you don't try to roam around unnecessarily. You please stay back at home and maximum extent, please rest yourself, because these are the times where you will not get back any, again in life. That's one thing, and plus it's uttermost important aspect that you stay in safety. Nothing like this, staying back at home, that ensures safety, right? All right, so these sessions are very helpful is what many people have witnessed, because of one simple reason, where we are not just talking about life, but we are also talking about the ways to improve our life, the quality of our life, and the positivity which we could inculcate, right? And this the possible extent you integrate this positivity in your mindset, the better it is for you to fast forward in life. Yeah, you can sail against the troubles. You will be definitely able to go through challenging situations, and you will be very independent, right? You will not need people to support you all the time and all that. Instead, rather, you will become support to others. One such topic is, which really catches everyone's attention, is envy, right? The last session was bitterness, but this session is, the younger brother to bitterness. It's envy. Envy is nothing but, jealous. You can call it as jealous. um, Envy is caused by dissatisfaction, towards the self-image, or it's because of your perception of who you are to yourself, or who you are to this world. You actually have a kind of assumption on yourself, and you can call it as technically inferiority complex, or you can call it as somebody whom you hate. That is you hate yourself for what you are. Some people hate themselves because their color complexion is tan. Some people hate themselves because they are too fair, right? Wherever they go, they are just getting everybody's attention, and that itself becomes their stress. Somebody feeling like that, you're so beautiful that everybody gets attracted towards you. I would be surprised if you're one of those. But on the other way around, tan people, yes, they have that complexity, right? Because wherever they go, still people look at them, but then look at them with a mockery mindset. Hey, see how dark he or she is and all that. You don't have to feel that way. The reason is because feel proud of who you are and what you are. And that's where I have a great respect for people who respect their job, regardless of, that job which earns $1 million per annum versus just $100, per day. That person still takes that pride, and that's called as satisfaction in the work that you do. And that's very important, and that's the only thing which can keep you going, and not just keep you going, but you will not have that competitive mindset. It's because of this competitive mindset that anything and everything, everyone will look like a competitor to you. Yeah, and that's because of this inferiority complex that has grown inside of you, that you are in competition in this world. Rather, you inculcate the service mindset, right? You want to have that attitude to serve the mankind. See what best you could give to the society, the best of your academics, try to coach others, help them. The best of your mentorship and leadership skills, try to build others. The best of your money, try to help the poor, downtrodden, the needy. Get into a lot of charitable deeds. There are a lot of people who are not able to pay the hospital bills because of the pandemic situation, and they are the only breadwinners, right? And therefore, you could be compassionate, you could be empathizing such people. And this is how your attitude should be, rather than you don't try to pull up every single dollar. Therefore, you're getting prepared for competition, you're getting prepared to fight against somebody. This is not the kind of life you and I need to live, because the more you live that kind of life, you will get into attitudes like bitterness, envy, and stuff like that, right? I'm already talking about the tips to overcome, but let's move a little bit. detailed into this session. Now, this satisfaction is also called as low self-esteem. You have that low self-esteem, a poor self-appraisal of your actual stature. You don't appreciate. I told you, right? It could be due to the color of your skin or your eyes. You are squint and your nose is little forward and your mouth is so big. Don't worry, right? You have a big mouth. Talk more and encourage people. Be a good motivator. With a small mouth, you'll be able to motivate two people. Big mouth, motivate four people at a time. Take it that way and feel happy and glad about it. Right? It all depends how you perceive who you are and who you want to be and who you are is two different things, right? Because you feel inferior to the person you envy. Why this inferiority complexity comes? Because you are worse than your competitor, yeah, or in other words, your competitor is better than you. Therefore, that's why I'm saying unplug that competition attitude. Nobody is your competitor, right? Especially at workplace, people will never be sharing their knowledge or skills, and they will not be able to mentor or build people. Why? Because they always have that fear, will this person become my competitor, right? So you need to overcome such thoughts, because you feel inferior to the person you envy. Is related to shame, and envy encourages you to achieve higher stature, right? Higher stature in the sense you will bounce back, but you will do it with pressure, not with joy. See, you will always have to march forward in life. You will have to attain your goal and destiny. Yes, you need to prosper in your life, but do it without pressure. Do it with joy. Do it with a lot of enjoy your work. Do it with a lot of satisfaction as you're moving across, not with pressure. Oh, my competitor is coming. He has overtaken me by 2 feet and I will have to overtake him by another 10 meters. Not like that. You're not in the rat race. You're by yourself, and you really need to stick to that attitude, right? What are the basic causes for envy? We touched upon this already, but the basic causes are: envy arises when a person lacks another's superior quality, and basically it's a competition attitude, achievements or possessions, and the person has a better car than you, or better dress than you, better house than you, better property, right? Better wife, better husband. Therefore you have a problem. And desire sits, or you desire, you want to grab, or you envy because you don't have it. That means what? You would not even think twice to grab it if given a choice, but then you can't do it because law will judge you, people are watching and all that. But otherwise, truly touch your heart and say, because you don't have a choice, you're not able to grab, else you want to grab. So who are you? Stealer. What a shameful attitude, isn't it? So this is where you and I need to always tend to focus much on the qualities what we have, much on the qualities what we possess, rather than focusing on other people qualities what they possess, right? I'm not saying you need to live in your cage or live in your boundary, but then accept the real who you are and try to inculcate new skills and develop that skills. That's different, right? Now, this is one aspect. Second aspect is envy can be episodic. It is continuous, progressive, prolonging. It does never end. It has no ending. I mean to say, can you imagine a movie which has no ending, or five intervals? 2 hours and two. I watched a movie, Ten Commandments. It has three intervals. Yes, we go have snack and come back. It goes for almost 4.5 hours, right? Some people's envy competition is similar to that Ten Commandments movie or some other long movie. It just goes on and on, never ending. How long will you live a life in this nature? You definitely cannot. At some point of time, you will say that, I'm hanging my boots, and it'll be a disaster. Or some people, this envy could be situational. It is just temporary. It's because of one person who crossed their path and they irritated them, or probably they caught their attention and they dragged into envy. But when the person is missing, they are back to the normal state, which is okay, situational based. Or some people are in the dispositional envy, they call it as. What is that? They definitely it's incident based, but then they were waiting to dispose it on somebody, and someone else came matching to their needs, and it all happened to be a disaster. It was not planned, but it just happened accidentally. Episodic envy occurs due to a specific negative social comparison, and that's the most dangerous envy that scholars have categorized, or medical analysts have categorized. What is envy a sign of? How can you know that you are into envy, or you are already in the habit of envying? Envy is more associated with desiring what someone else has, or what they have achieved. You desiring means what? I told you, right? You want to grab it. Or signs of jealousy. Trust is an important aspect of any relationship. Remember this very carefully. When you're feeling jealous, lack of trust can lead to negative thoughts. Your companion can feel it, your co-worker can feel it, your own wife, your own husband can feel it, your own children can feel it. You would be assuming, oh, I'm pretending as if I'm not jealousy. What is in your heart, it gets reflects on your, yeah, on your face. Yeah. What is the image, the index of your heart is the image on your face, or whatever. You may look artificially, you may smile artificially, but then they will be able to make out, because you cannot hide envy. That's why we got to be very careful. What is the result of envy? Why it is advised that we shouldn't be getting into these habits of envying, right? Envy can be a very destructive emotion. There is no constructive aspect linked to this envy. It's always a negative force. It's a destructive force, right? It can distract you both mentally and physically. Mentally you're not strong, physically you're going to be not strong as well. You will be sick, and about which we have spoken enough during the past sessions. And the very reason to conduct these series of sessions is to build you mentally, therefore you are physically healthy, therefore you live long, peacefully, happy, satisfying. Yeah. And envious people, generally they tend to feel hostile. Yeah. And they are resentful, they are angry, and they are irritable, annoyance, short tempered. Envy is also related to depression, right? You can call it as some form of depression, or we can call it as some sort of anxiety, right? The development of self prejudice and personal unhappiness, sensitivity, touch me not plant. You go and touch them immediately, bah, 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 they'll be barking at you, right? Even the dogs don't bark these days. They become good friends to the human beings. All the stray dogs here in Bangalore, they are very good friends. They don't chase, but in the night if you walk, they will chase. Why are you walking in the night? Go and sleep. So that's the message they're conveying. Even the dogs don't know how to behave better. Stray dogs, I mean to say. But there are certain people, you touch them. Touch them means what? You just call them with a little fluctuation in tone. How do you call me like that? Huh? Am I sounding like somebody, and all that, right? They get into all sorts of sensitized moments, and very dangerous people. um, Very dangerous reactions, not people. We love people, but then the reactions are really terrible, right? Envy is an emotion which occurs when a person lacks another superior quality, achievement, or position, right? That's the definition I'm reminding you. Envy is the emotion, and we all need to overcome. Jealousy is the emotion when you fear that you may be replaced in the affection of someone you love or desire. That's why you will find lot of fights during college days and teenagers, and the hormones are changing, and they always want to catch everyone's attention. Especially the boyfriend must look at only this girl, or this girl look at only at him. If the girl is talking to someone else, finished. That envy, jealousy gets triggered, right? Because why? That fear that someone else might replace me. Let it be replaced. No, find a matching partner in the day it has to happen. Why are you pushing yourself forward? It's okay. The life is so long. It's not the end of the road, and she's not the only girl on planet Earth. And probably you will end up with the wrong girl, and for the rest of the life you will suffer, because her interest is not in you. And these are the best aspects. Her interest is in someone else. Don't have to envy for such silly matters, right? Let her live with her interests. You wait for the person who's interested in you, and therefore the relationships gets healthier. The trust is built, the rapport is built, and therefore you will have a happy and married long life. You don't understand, huh? Because you're a teenager, or at least married people will understand now. Huh? I'm talking about the married people who married the right partners in the right doctrines. Now, what causes envy? Why do we envy? We all have gone through it, but we all feel envious from time to time. It varies. No matter how much we want to believe, we are above it all the time, right? Envy is a complex collection of feelings. You consolidate all the feelings that stems from a very big basic desire. You want to be what someone else is. That's what it is, right? Be yourself is the motto, is the objective, is the goal. You should just register in your heart, mind, and thoughts everywhere, right? So be yourself. Do not be someone else, because every one of us are unique, right? Our eyes are unique, our fingerprints are unique, everything is unique. So should your behavior, so should your goal be, and you're very special by that means. Okay. Now there are 7 reasons or 8 reasons. We have listed it down together. Therefore, you will. It's like a checklist. If you want to know that you are in this envy, illness or whatever, first is money that makes you envy. If you see any rich person driving rich car, wearing rich dress, everything, and you don't have such a car and whatever, then immediately the envy starts. Never ever do that. Why? Because that guy cannot even replace his dress. There is one bad aspect. There is a disadvantage. You spend so much money on a dress, you need to live with the dress. In fact, you are married to the dress. For example, you spend 10 lakhs on a suit, you have to just live with it. But imagine you spend just 10k on a suit, you will not feel so bad after 2 3 years to give it to someone and then change it. Always have that positive attitude on every bad thing that you're not, I mean, every good thing that you're not able to own for yourself. There is a reason behind, or you cook up some reasons to keep yourself happy, right? But I'm telling a valid reason, right? Imagine, no, you spend too much on a dress, you have to be married to the dress, right? All materialistic needs is when grabs your attention, the outlook, the outward appearance. That's the aspect of money, right? Otherwise, we have only one mouth and little stomach. How much ever you can eat and fill your stomach, that much only you can eat. And when we are dead, all of us need that 6 by 4, the burial ground, and we are dead and gone. You cannot carry your richness. You need to inculcate such kind of thoughts and get into such kind of thought processes. Therefore, what happens is you will understand the reality that you're not going to live in this world as a rich person for 10,000 years. Because you are rich, you're going to live for 10,000 years. No, you will also pass away in 60, 70, 80 years, maximum 100 years. So what? So live a satisfied and happy life. You go and check with that rich guy, that guy will not have any happiness. Or neither is he very happy in wearing these kind of rich clothes, because he had to be very careful while eating. He can't pour the sambar or curry or something, coffee or tea that spills. That's it, over. For dry cleaning alone, he will charge somewhere around $200. So that guy is difficulty only he knows. You don't have any idea what he is going through, right? That's why I'm saying don't come to any conclusions or assumptions just by looking at the outward appearance. That's a very bad thing, right? And that's the root cause for all envying or envious attitude. Second thing is the relationship status. For example, if your closest friend is in some romantic relationship, this is for teenagers, and you are sitting, not for married people, okay? You don't get into such behavior. It's absolutely not right. And you are sitting there at work looking at him, smiling at his phone when he texts her, something like that, and envy starts. It gets induced. I told this already. The envious guy wonders why. It is because he is better looking, yeah, because he has a better job, etc. I leave it to your imagination. So relationship status also matters. Thirdly, for married people, right, the fertility and children, this is also one of the, see, these are all discovered by experts. Therefore they're covering all the categories: teenage category, married category, super married category, I mean senior married category, marriage category, all that. Now here what happens is, two couples get newly married, one gets pregnant and one begets child, another one doesn't, but they long to get a child. What happens? Envy builds. This is how you should not compare. Just wait for your chance. These are things that you cannot manufacture. Immediately they rush and get into test tube baby, this and that, and they mess up and they take medication. And ultimately, 3 babies are born at the same time, whereas you want only one baby. So many complication happens, and or the baby is born sick. Because why? You are rushing. Just sail along with your life in the same pace. I'm just taking an example. This is one category where people are really being pulled, right? And the fourth is physical attractiveness. Very important parameter. Like, he looks better than me, her hair is longer than me, or hair is, you have a long hair, straightened hair, but you look at her, curly, I don't have a curly hair. What difference it makes? Hair is a hair, no? You have hair, be happy. Many people are bald and they are wearing wig and moving around and stuff like that. Imagine, no, they can't even rub their head if it is itching little bit. During the summer season in India, you have no idea how wig people are suffering. By the way, I'm not wearing any wig. See, you can pull my hair, okay? I'm only telling you the truth. You should be happy with what you are. Straightened hair, you have a long hair, what is the problem? I still it, if it was curly, then I would look even better. That is your imagination. You look better already, right? Everyone compliments his looks and I don't get any compliments. You get this problem, inferiority complex. Why are you running after somebody's compliment? You compliment yourself, no? That is more than enough. Yeah, you look at your mirror and give that flying kiss to yourself and you feel better. Another fifth aspect is envy. The reasons for envy: weight. I'm not slim like this. I'm not muscular like this. And look at his muscles. I'm having only 4 packs. He's having 6 packs. What happens to 6 packs or 4 packs? Ultimately, you need to stay healthy. Having 6 packs and lying in the hospital. One guy was exercising so much. He wants to become an actor. In Bangalore, it happened. That guy passed away due to cardiac arrest because of overstress that his body couldn't bear. So don't do this and that and all that. Have some normal practices normal yoga, normal stretch exercises, normal walking. Don't jog, don't run. See, if you're overweight, first of all, don't jog. You will end up in knee aches and back aches and all that. First, reduce the weight through walking fast, and then slowly jog, and then walk, jog and walk. Then it takes almost 2 years. People immediately, when I jog, no, I reduce my weight. When you jog, you will not reduce your weight, you will build up other complications, muscular issues and ergonomic issues and all that. So orthopedic issues. So don't get into all that. I'm just giving you example. Weight is not something that you should worry. Some people know when they were plumpy they look better. I in my own office, right, I have seen, and when they reduced weight they were looking like sick patients. I used to go and literally beg them, please put on little weight, man, you look like a patient. So don't be worried about the way how you're looking. Overweight is bad, I'm telling, but then you're just little above weight, take it easy, no? Okay. And sixthly, professional success. They compare salaries, they compare their promotional levels and all that, their career levels and all that. That guy is working as technical lead, I'm still as a developer. That guy is working as senior technical lead, I am a technical lead. Are you happy with your job? Are you a breadwinner? Are you getting handful of salary, better salary? Just focus and stay happy, right? But then if your company is ill treating, find a different company. Who's stopping you? Why would you want to compare and envy, man? You have the whole world right in front of you, so many, plenty of opportunities. Grab one that will keep you happy, that will keep you improve. The thing is, you need to set your own benchmark. Your friend or your companion cannot become benchmark. A human being cannot become a benchmark. You need to set your own benchmark. You need to define that benchmark to yourself. Another human being cannot become your benchmark, and that's a problem we make in professional career, right? And the next is social media. But just as a quick thing, I'm telling you, a recent study showed that social media can cause powerful feelings of envy, right? Things that make sense. See, some people envy with me. I'm not able to make any presentations like you. One topic I pick, I'm not able to talk even for 1 minute. My beloved friend, that's the reason I'm making topics like this, that you should become like me. You should become better than me. See, I'm not a great speaker that nobody could defeat me. I'm an okay speaker. I'm also still improving on my quality. I have my own shortcomings too. I make grammatical errors here and there, but you will not be able to notice. My point here is, don't have that. See, it's nice to have a comparative study. I'm not saying it is bad, but don't have that ill feeling. Don't feel so bad and low, right? And that's where you need to, yeah, you need to concentrate. See, um, there are certain celebrities, right, who have gone, who have spoken about, not gone, who have spoken about envy, and here are they. Malcolm X says this, right? Envy blinds men and makes it impossible for them to think clearly. You will have a blurred vision in your heart, mind. Think you will lose your natural skills also. You will be deteriorating. You will be moving backward in your skills. What you used to do perfectly, even that also you want to. You will get worse, right? Marilyn Monroe says this: success makes so many people hate you. I wish it wasn't that way. It would be wonderful to enjoy success without seeing envy in the eyes of those around you. You understand? Huh? Even Marilyn Monroe had a problem. You know that beautiful actress. Buddha, God Buddha said the following: do not overrate what you received, nor envy others. These are words of wisdom. He who envies others does not obtain peace of mind. Mind will never rest in peace. It'll only once it'll rest in peace for these kind of people, when they're dead and gone. Rest in peace, R.I.P. People will be writing and they'll be placing it on top of your head. You want to rest in peace after death? No, no, no. You need to live your life in peace before death, while you're living. That's life. Happy and satisfied life. Look at the words of wisdom from all these three people, right? Let's check out some disadvantages of envy. What are the demerits? It will hurt your feeling. It will induce fear. It will impose worry, and it will cause you that threatened feeling, terrifying feeling, horrible feeling, horrifying feeling, and it will introduce stress. Stress means what? You will feel sweating and you will feel giddiness, and when you are lying down, you will fan won't be revolving. The fan would be off, but then you will see the fan revolving. It's called as vertigo. You will end up in emotional, physical, what is it? The positional vertigo, and it can make you even worse. You need more demerits, all related to your physical health. Envy doesn't give any advantage. It gives only illness. So you want to buy illness for free, you please go and swallow this envy, that pill, right? Take envy pill and swallow it. You will feel, you will get sick for free. You really don't want to get into that, then better listen now. Okay, now how do we overcome envy? 4 or 5 things we will see, and with that we will close. Okay, shift your focus to the goodness in your life. Look at yourself. Aren't you blessed with good clothing, good food, good shelter? There are many people, millions in this world that have lost their shelters, that have lost their jobs due to this pandemic situation. Have you ever thought? But you are comparing with your colleague, with your friend who's sitting in a different company. Oh, he is getting little 10% more than my money. So what, man? You have your 100% salary, right? Learn to appreciate, not only during pandemic situations, in every situation there are people who are downtrodden, deprived, even worse than who you are, right? Much worse than who you are. Therefore you need to really think, for all reasons, all good reasons, that you're already blessed, isn't it? It gives you a good feeling. Think through it, right? You have. Then the secondly, remind yourself that nobody has everything that they want in life. Even the best of the rich, or the richest guy, even the best of the intellectuals, even the best of everything, that guy will lack in something. And you go and check with them, he will envy with someone else. I have intellectuals but I have no money. This guy will say, I have money but I have no intellectuals. No, no brain at all. It's my father's money, I am enjoying. Each one of us have some or other problem. Never ever think or assume, and remind yourself that nobody has it all. Trust me. Thirdly, avoid people who always value wrong things, negativity. They always talk about negativity. You haven't got promotion yet? I know that that guy got promoted only now. Did you ask him? But they themselves will come and what to say, convey a telegram, and they, drop a telegram, and then they will run away. Then what happens? This thought will run in your mind. Avoid such people, right? And that induces envy. They induce comparative envies, envious situations, and they will impose it in your brains, and they will go away. So don't get with such people. Lastly, spend time with people who appreciate what they have. You will be able to make out, always they will be talking about, positive things. I'm very happy with my car. It may look old car, like an old car, but you see, it travels without any problem, zero maintenance. Yeah, color is little fading, but it's okay. Inside you see the seats are very good. Oh, you will be amazed. That guy doesn't want to upgrade the car, because why? He says the function of the car is to take me from one point A to point B, and this car does it perfectly fine for the past 20 years. Therefore I'm happy. Talk to such people. You will learn what is humility. You will learn what it is to live satisfied with whatever you have, right? Celebrate the success of others. Genuinely and practically rejoice in the fortune of others. When somebody receives something that you desire, be happy for them, appreciate them, thank God that they are blessed, right? And when the same person is dead and gone, then you will see, oh, I feel so sad for him and all that. All good things of him will come only after the person is dead and gone. While he is alive, you will always envy with him. No, don't do that. If you wanted it, they probably did too. They also had the desire to have it. So stop viewing life as a competition. You, the only competitor to you is yourself. Compete against yourself and beat the records. You scored these many marks, score much higher than that, right? You're able to buy this car, compete. Not only materialistic deeds, right? You were able to help only one person, compete against yourself, help 10 people at least in this year or the coming year, right? All good things proceeds from your mind and heart. Therefore stay focused on who you are, and have right targets, and right march towards the right destiny. Therefore you will stay as you are. God bless you. Stay connected with us, and we will soon meet you with a different session. And subscribe to our channel, get access to all the playlist videos, and share it with your friends and relatives. May they also benefit through these sessions. God bless.